long way. We really have. As a company, as an organization, we've learned a lot, we've grown a lot, and we are ready to take off like never before. Because I am determined, along with Joe, to develop a business mindset in each one of our agents. You will never succeed to the level that you were born or that you have the potential to succeed if you don't think like an owner, if you don't think like a business entrepreneur person. Agents in our area, unfortunately, are closing less than 5 transactions a year. That is the statistics for 2016. Okay? So as business owners, you need to realize that this is not a volunteer position. This is a for-profit organization, and so are you, right? How many of you like making more money than less money? Okay? So you're going to have to start somewhere, and I know where you need to start. It's the same place that I had to start. It's changing the way you think. It's changing your attitude. It's changing your perspective. It's changing those doubts that continuously hold you back. It's changing those habits that have you stuck, because we are creatures of what? Habit. And we develop these habits and we develop these patterns of thinking, and no one really provokes us to think any differently, and we fall into a rut. Please, I promise you that you're going to leave this room different than when you walked in. That is my guarantee, or I'll give you your money back. Okay? So let's go ahead and kick it off with what we have in store, and we would like all of you to be part of this, and you could be part of this. But it's going to take whose dedication? Ours. And whose commitment? Ours. And whose hard work? Ours. Don't be afraid to say it. You're business owners. Hey, we all know the boss is the first one in and the last one what? Out. And that needs to be you as well. If you just run it like a business, you will be so successful. We do it for a BOSS, right? Why not do it for us? Why not do it for yourself? So here we go. Doesn't that seem exciting? Yes. That's going to be in Las Vegas. Sweet. So you can register now. You can register now to be there in Las Vegas. I want to share with you one of the recent commercials that you can take also and put on your social media. Century 21 is not what Century 21 used to be. It's not the old school traditional kind of real estate company. It is a renovated, rebirthed, changed, restructured, the strongest real estate organization right now on the planet. It is leading the way in the internet, and it is leading the way in the way that real estate is being done still with that personal touch. And you are part of that organization. And I know that because we live in small Southwest Florida, little itsy bitsy Cape Coral, laid back, we'll do everything tomorrow, retirement minded and oriented, and no one really has those huge dreams and goals like maybe New York and California. Sometimes we forget who we are part of, and I want to remind you, because you are just now ready to take off in a new year. Are you going to repeat 2016?
No.
One of you. All the rest of you are? You have to find it within yourself to say, you know what? Yes, I like exactly what I did in 2016. I'm okay with what I did in 2016. And that's wonderful. We love you. We are happy with agents that reach their goal. If that's your goal, great. But I want to motivate and shake up the people that are not happy. Like I am not happy with what we were able to accomplish in 2016, because I was not born to conform. I think that our best life ever is yet before us. And if Century 21, Rick Davidson, his CEO, in 7 years took Century 21 from being just a stagnant, same old, boring, traditional, everybody hanging around the water cooler, drinking coffee and water, going nowhere fast, with other companies saying, oh, now that you got trained by Century 21, come and join us, because now we'll teach you how to make money. If he took that mindset and he has turned it into what you see now, we can do that here. How many of you believe it? Say, I believe it.
I believe it.
And you know what? One of the things that Rick Davidson had to do was shift the mindset of his leadership team. He said, we need to become the iconic real estate brand on the planet. And yes, they had to let go of a lot of Century 21 franchises. He let go of about 1,100 Century 21 franchises, because sometimes people are just dead weight. And if it happened to him, it happens to us. It happens to everyone. So guys, I'm setting the path for what I'm going to share with you, but it all begins with your mindset. Who are you going to be in 2017? And there are two words that are curse words for me starting the new year. They are trying and I don't know. Oh, and tomorrow. There's three. Tomorrow. We've got to change our dialect. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Do you agree?
Yes.
And our company has changed a lot. Century 21 Birchwood has been through a transformation. You know, intentional or unintentional, willingly or unwillingly, it has been through a transformation. But I'll tell you one thing, I am proud to be associated with a gentleman that has the oldest Century 21 company still up and running in Lee County. We are the oldest Century 21 company that is still up and running. That didn't happen by accident. That didn't happen because Joe has had, just sitting back, relaxing for 36 years. That takes hard work and dedication. So let me show you the next commercial so you can see the new era of Century 21 and what you can be part of. If you want to. Nothing is mandatory, but we're inviting you to come with us on this next journey that we have before us. One of the things that we're going to do inbound for the company, the focus that I have and Joe has for the inbound things that are going to come into this organization, and we already started. How many of you, let me tell you, in the last 4 weeks, we have brought in over 65 seller leads. And that was in the month of December when everyone was on holiday mode. How many of you are here that have received some of those leads already? Raise your hands nice and high. Yes, and those are all seller leads. And starting Monday, we're going to be adding and opening up the next level. We are determined. For us, it is not an option. We're not wondering. We're not, this is not, is it going to work? It's going to work. It's going to work. So inbound, here's what we have in place. Wholesale and retail seller leads. What is a wholesale and a retail seller lead? Well, that's why you need to engage with us so you can learn the new era of real estate. So that you can speak to the consumer. Because here's what we know. Your buyers and sellers, from whether you've been in the business for a long time or not, they've changed. Your buyers and sellers have changed. They're doing things differently. They're starting on the end. Expired appointments. We're not just going to give you the name and the number, even though we can. We're going to take it a step further and we're going to pay someone to contact these expireds and set up the appointment. But you need to be ready and prepared to go out there and win that listing. And in order for you to be prepared to win that listing, you're going to have to meet with one of us and show us, what is your listing? Let me see your listing. You know why? Because that expired appointment is valuable. And we have to get you prepared to go out there and win the game. Not just go out there and wing it, or go out there and shoot from the hip, or go out there and just, waste your time and the seller's time. Does that make sense? So we're going to go a step further and schedule that appointment. And then say to you, are you able to go on a listing appointment tomorrow at 6 p.m.? For those of you that work, you can be part of it. But guess what? You still have to find time to prepare. We're not saying no to part-timers, but we are saying no to unprepared agents. We cannot help you if you're not prepared. How can we help you if you are not, knowledgeable and empowered and with the right mindset, or knowing the tools and the things that nowadays when you show up in front of a seller, you have to compete. It is game time, guys. 2015, if you were in the business, it was it was warm up. Last year, let's say it was practice. 2017 is game time. Are you in it to win it? For sale by owner preview schedule. Instead of giving you the name and the number of the person, and we all know what happens, doubt sets in, fear sets in, the wrong mindset sets in, so that lead and that name and that number ends up in your drawer, in your notebook, in the car, in the trunk of the car, on the coffee table. We're going to give you the appointment. I want to position every agent in this organization to get out there and get ready to play and to win. We're going to have for sale by owner preview scheduled. That's your opportunity to go in there, develop rapport, get your foot in the door, present yourself, introduce yourself, and then Once all that has been said and done, leave your footprint in that owner's mind, and then follow up, because the fortune is in the what? Nice and loud. The fortune is in the follow-up. If you don't follow up, you might as well not even go the first time. So we're gonna schedule those for our agents. Online lead flow. Online lead flow. Guys, there are so many things that you don't know that affect your lead flow online. And my job is to empower you to learn what it is, so that you can stay at the forefront of what you need to know about your business. It's like if you owned a stock brokerage instead of a real estate company, there are things you would need to know about the trends of the market, right? In the stock market, so that you could be the best at it. We need to show that to you. So there are things that affect that. Buyer AdWord leads. We're also going to be partnering up. I have 3 people that I'm going to be working with. We are going to just inundate this company with leads. Yes, seller leads, like I just showed you. You know, the wholesale, the expired, for sale by owner, withdrawn, the online flow of leads, but also buyer leads. You like buyers? Knock yourself out. You know? We are going to give you the opportunity, but it is going to be up to who to get out there and make the score. Outbound focus. I just told you about the inbound focus, right? The things that are going to be coming into the office, the things that are going to be here. And we want this going on 7 days a week, okay? But if you're not in the play, if you don't show up, then there's no game happening. It's like Sunday football, right? If the players don't show up, nothing happens. So outbound lead conversion. Our company has a huge deficit in lead conversion. Our agents are not as strong as they should be, and even experienced agents, because there are so many different ways to follow up in today's marketplace. And people don't always just want to be called. So there's a lot of different things that need to be done, and we need to focus. So we're going to focus on, from here out is how we convert leads. Follow-up strategies. Each of you should know at least 5 different follow-up strategies. For today's consumer, that's what it's going to take. 5 different follow-up strategies. If you don't know 5, then guess what? I've got good news. We'll teach you 5. But it's more than just one. It's not real estate as usual. The old days of traditional ways of doing business in real estate are over. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hasn't things changed for you, the way you consume nowadays, everything? Right? So if it's changed for you guys, you have to understand it changed for the real estate industry as well. We're also going to have training on circle prospecting. Someone here told me about circle prospecting and got a good result. Who was it? Was it you, Joe?
Yeah.
You implemented the circle prospecting concept, right? Do you know what circle prospecting is? Have you mastered circle prospecting? Are you on top of your game with circle prospecting? Is it a known concept to you, or is it an unknown concept? Well, we're going to be teaching that, because that's what we know needs to get done. We are not taking 2017 like a come see, come saw, let's see what happened year. We are on purpose. We are on point. We've got a path to success in place. We want you to be part of it, but you have to want it more than who? Do me a favor, tell the person next to you, you have to want it more than me.
Do you have to work on
You do, for themselves, right? For themselves. So circle prospecting, Zap Mastery. How many of you here are on point, on track with Zap? Raise your hands nice and high. Nice and high, raise your hand, don't be afraid. Zap Mastery. Tell me the truth, isn't Zap the most powerful technology for leads that you have ever seen? If it's driving you crazy, you're still in your learning curve. Because it is right now the most cutting edge lead conversion, lead tracking technology tool out there. But yes, when you're still in that learning curve, it could drive you crazy. So we're looking for Zap Mastery. You have to master it. Also, online presence. Online presence. Online presence. We are not working for the FBI, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint some of you. This is not the FBI. Consumers want to get to know you before they meet you. Now, that does not mean you're gonna lose your privacy, but you do have a decision to make. You are a public figure representing the public in the city and county that you are working. These people have a right, if they are going to entrust you with their most valuable investment, to know as much about you as possible. Isn't that a fair statement? They are trusting you with their most valuable investment. You are expecting to make thousands of dollars from them. In today's market, and I respect your opinion and I respect your point of view, and you may just have to make a decision because I am telling you the truth. I'd rather disappoint you now than disappoint you later. If you are a public figure in the real estate industry, you're gonna have to put information out there that is consumer driven, consumer educating, consumer relevant, consumer engaging, because they want to know who are you and why you. And so if you want to be a secret agent and an FBI agent, you're going to make no money. Because once you sit in front of a seller and they say, show me what you do to market my property, and they can't even find you, you've just been fired. Why are you in real estate? What are you going to do for me? Why should I call you? What sets yourself apart from the other 7,000 agents? You know what I mean? So I'm not telling you you have to give up your privacy. But if you have no reviews, who are you? If not even your family has written anything about you, why am I going to trust you with my real estate? Does that make sense, guys? You know? So it is where we are. So online presence and social media enhancements. There are new tools coming out all the time, and I'm going to have people coming in, besides myself, you know, other professions, other people to teach and show how we are using, or how they are using social media for their business. And the last thing is market saturation. What is your market saturation? Write that word down. What is your market saturation? Okay, moving on. Outreach focus areas. So we talk about inbound leads, right? All those different leads. We talk about outbound lead conversion, empowering you, teaching you, giving you more strategies, getting you on track. Now we're going to talk about outreach. Outreach, what is this company going to do to outreach to the community? Because you know what? We must lead by example. And if we're telling you need to get out there and saturate the market, guess what we need to do? We need to saturate the market as well. People need to know that we are here, that we are alive, that we are breathing, that we have a heartbeat, and that it is getting stronger by the day, right? Tell the person that this is getting exciting. I said, well, you know what? We're going to do a relaunch. Because this is the year of relaunch. How many agree? So we're going to do a relaunch. So watch the table because the protector is there. So when you're keep moving it? Yeah. Just so you're aware of it. Just so you're aware of it. Cape Coral Chamber of Commerce events. We're having monthly networkings here. Not just the Cape Coral Chamber of Commerce, but other organizations have already reached out to me and said, hey, I heard that you guys are hosting networking events for local organizations, and I said yes. Okay? Because if you are not networking, then I'm bringing the networking to you. Yeah. We have monthly empowerment workshops. This month we're going to have an author, writer, life coach, business coach, entrepreneur, a man that has trained massive action leaders is going to be here teaching an empowerment workshop on January 31st. All of a sudden, what's happening?
Snowball.
It's the snowball effect. We're building momentum. Okay, so vendor-hosted events, community outreach events. We're going to be having at least 3 community outreach events. We're having a fundraiser, which I have someone in charge of. But imagine us putting together, I don't know, $50,000 for a charity. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah. Right? We're also having business card exchanges. We're going to have a couple of the chambers that are going to be here early in the morning. So all these here constitute our company's outreach events for 2017. Okay? Somebody's in trouble. This giant has been awoken. Okay? And we're excited about that. We just covered. Now I want to give you the inner office focus for our company. The inner office focus for our company is growth. Starting first and foremost with your growth. Okay? With your growth. Century 21 wants to know how many agents do we have that are closing less than 5 deals a year. They've asked us to assess that and find out why. Because it is in that why that we can find either enhancements, strategies, solutions, or define ourselves. So the why is not always the bad, it's not always a bad reason, but there has to be a why. It's really, I mean, think about it. One closing a month, is it really that impossible? Depends on your goal, depends on your mindset, depends on your why, depends on how you're running your business, depends if you're doing this as a hobby, as a maybe, as, you know, when I feel like it. Let me tell you, I read the other day, it was funny because I was talking to someone and they said, I just gotta find that feeling. And I said, you're not gonna find the feeling. The feeling does not exist. The feeling doesn't exist.
When I moved away.
Good for you. Hold on to it because it wears off. You know, it's like the honeymoon period, right? No, we were talking about the prospecting and appointment setting and all the stuff that we need to do day to day. I just have to find that feeling, and you know what? You're not going to have that feeling. You have to produce it within you. And sometimes even that won't help. So growth, but the growth is going to begin with you. The other things, so we're going to focus on growth. We're going to focus on culture, guys. Culture, we have to build a renewed culture in Century 21 Birchwood. We have to. You know, Century 21 Birchwood's culture has always been faith, family, friendly, right? Faith, family, friendly, with fun, you know? So faith, family, friendly, fun company. Faith, Joe is a man of faith, I am a woman of faith. Family comes first. So we're building that kind of culture amongst imperfect people. How many of you are imperfect? I'll raise both hands because I'm imperfect, you know? Sometimes we focus more on the problem than on the solution. But if we know that, hey, you know what? We want to, you know, this is what Joe and Lucy want. They want to rebuild the culture. They want to have a fun, friendly, family-oriented, you know, faith-based kind of company where we help each other. And so we're looking for leaders. We are looking for people that know what they stand for and won't fall for just anything. How many of you here would say that's you? You know what you stand for, you won't fall for just anything. You know? And game changers. We need game changers. Who can tell me what is a game changer? Someone that is not going to focus with the rest of the murmurers, grumblers, and complainers on what's wrong, but come on board as a leader and say, here's how we can fix it. Okay? We need to have the mindset of a game changer. Okay? So that's what we're focusing on, culture. You gotta be, listen, either you're all in or you're all out. No one succeeds in life being half out. You know, and I know that you may have just a couple of hours a week, but you know what? It's all about consistency. I swear to you, consistency. Even if you just have 5% to give to your real estate, but you do it consistently, it will work for you. Consistency is proven to work. It's not the quantity, but the quality. It's that consistency. Technology is second to none. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you are in major trouble. And if your YouTube channel has no relevant content, you're in bigger trouble. And if it only has a video you posted in 2014, oh gosh, we got a lot of work to do, okay? Because people are watching that, you know? Guys, do you realize you have an image? You have an image. First within our company, and then in the marketplace. And you must ask yourself, what is my image? What is the image that I am portraying? Lead generation, we'll focus a lot this year, a lot, 150% on lead generation. And as I shared with you earlier, is it all on you? Lead generation? No. Who's it gonna be on?
Everybody.
The company. We are producing the leads that we are going to give out. But you've got to be in the game. You've got to be present. We've got to be connected. We've got to come together as one whole body and work in unison, work together. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to have the one-on-one business assessments, not just with, as a matter of fact, I'd rather you meet with corporate. I want you to hear it from a different perspective. I want you to hear it from someone that talks to thousands of agents that could be in your same position. And you sit with them and you tell them, what is it that you know, why are you where you are? What's happening? What's going on? So we're going to have corporate very involved here. The last thing, one of the last things is, we took the survey. If you didn't take the survey, please take the survey, give it to us, because we're going to be turning that in. It's time for you to take action. Business Builder is going away. If you don't know what Business Builder is, you need to email us and find out what it is. Well, if you don't know what it is, you probably haven't used it. But if you know what it is and you've used it, it's going away. So you need to export your contacts. This email was sent out to all the agents, so again, if you don't know about it, ask us. And I want to leave you with this thought. We have determined 2017 to be the year of Invincible. Okay? That's what we have determined. That's what Joe and I have determined. But I'll read it to you. And it says, you're in the midst of a war, a battle between the limits of a crowd seeking the surrender of your dream and the power of your true vision to create and contribute. It is a fight between those who will tell you you cannot do it and the part of you that knows and that has always known that you can do it. That we are more than our environments and that a dream backed up by unrelenting will to attain it is truly a reality with an imminent arrival. So you're in a battle, and we're in a battle. We're in a battle with a whole crowd of people that say, you can't do it, it's not gonna work, you know, you don't have what it takes, maybe it's in your mind. For us, it's physical. And here's what I want to tell each and every one of you, and I want you to leave this room with a renewed vision for Century 21 Birchwood Realty. We are not defined. This company is not defined by adversities, because God knows we've had those. And this company is not defined by the setbacks that we've had. And God knows we've had those too. And this company is not defined by the rumors. And this company will not be defined by the mockers that swell their chests and their mouths saying this, that, or the other. Or by the grumblers, or by the complainers. This company is not defined by that. Let me tell you what does define us, and listen closely. What defines this company is the resilience of its leadership, that is Joe the founder and I the CEO, to get up and face every challenge head on, knowing that we are able, and that we are committed, and that we are willing to thrust forward and continue moving, and that no one and nothing can stop us. That is what defines this company and its leaders, Joe and I. And I just hope that today you realize and you decide to believe in us as much as we believe in you. Thank you for coming.